Miss Fortune is the most popular and probably the strongest AD carry in the entire game right now, so here's a quick guide that you can watch even in Champion Select. Miss Fortune is a snowballing high burst marksman with an ultimate that can destroy absolutely everybody in a teamfight. She is a nasty lane bully with her double up dealing so much burst behind the minions, and her E deals some solid poke damage too. She's very easy to farm with due to that love tap passive, and she's also pretty quick too, making her quite hard to get hold of. She doesn't have any dashes or mobility though, and is very one dimensional when it comes to her damage source. If Miss Fortune gets behind early game, she's only ever going to be useful with her ultimate, and if she has no items, that's not going to deal that much damage either. If you do want to see our daily updated best builds and runes, then you can check out our website by clicking the link in the description. This will guarantee you keep up to date with what's best with each patch that comes, so don't miss out. For your runes, you want to grab yourself Presty Attack for some pretty insane burst damage. Then Presence of Mind for mana, Legend Bloodline for lifesteal, and Coup de Grace for extra damage. Go down the Inspiration Tree second for Boots and Biscuits. You want to max your Q first, then your W, and finish off with your E. Kraken Slayer is the go-to mythic of choice now for Miss Fortune. It gives her a huge amount of damage on her auto attacks, her Q, and even her ultimate. You can also go for a Gale Force though if you prefer the mobility over the anti-tank true damage that Kraken gives you. After that you've got your boots, and then you've got items like the Collector, Bloodthirster, Lord Dominic's Regards, and Infinity Edge. Don't forget about those defensive items too, like Guardian Angel and QSS, or a mortar reminder if you need the anti-heal. In easier lanes, you'll want to look to bully them down with your Q and your E and constantly search for opportunities to kill them and start snowballing. Always try and time your damage around your support CC and pick enemies off as often as possible. Once you've got your ultimate, your kill potential will go through the roof, so make sure you're ready and waiting for it whenever there's an opportunity to do so. Against harder lanes though, you want to pick your fights carefully. Generally, these champions will outscale you, so you won't just want to sit back and farm and let them do the same. Try to only fight around your support or look for kills in river skirmishes or early team fights instead. So Miss Fortune works well with any support that can help set up a big engage with their crowd control, allowing her to shred targets down with her ultimate. Try and time your E and your ultimate as soon as the enemies get locked up for pretty easy kills. In the lane phase, you want to focus on farming up, hitting different minions with each auto attack to benefit from your passive and last hit with ease. You want to bully your enemies with your Q and your E, but don't spam your E as this could delete your mana pool, and you'll want to save that to slow enemy junglers when they do come in for a gank. When you're level 6, look for opportunities to use that ultimate as it does some pretty insane damage. It's typically best used when enemies are in choke points or locked up by your teammate's CC, and it can be exceptionally useful when contesting early dragons. In team fights, you're going to play pretty differently to most marksmen, prioritizing landing a mega wombo combo ultimate as it will simply delete entire teams if you get it right. After that, go in with your auto attacks and your Q and your E to finish off any surviving enemies. Miss Fortune has a lot of burst damage, but if she does get too close, she can be deleted pretty quickly. So remember to sit just behind your front line as you'll get blown up if you get too close. Miss Fortune can also flank pretty effectively due to that movement speed and the amount of damage to multiple targets she can deal with that ultimate. You can also look to use the bounce from your Q to hit targets sitting behind their own front line and deal insane burst damage to enemy carries. When you're fighting in those team fights, you want to try and attack different targets with each auto attack to benefit from the bonus damage of your love tap passive. Your movement speed is faster the longer that you don't take damage, so use this to get around the map quicker and not miss out on any farm. This movement speed increase can't be lost whilst Miss Fortune has a shield though. Miss Fortune's Q can hit enemies that are also hidden in the fog of war or in stealth. If you see your Q bounce when you weren't expecting it, you have more company than you thought. Thanks for checking out this short guide on Miss Fortune. Enjoy.